Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you are new. Today we are back with a TBR Jar Picks, my TBR. This time for me. Where is the year going? The quickening is happening, it's scary. Okay, listen. I still have like a week and a bit left of April so far as I'm filming this. So I have time to finish my TBR. This is what we picked for April. And this is what I managed to read. So we'll be finding out about this when this is uploaded, if I manage to read my whole TBR or not. Anyway, let's just get to picking for May. I'm gonna pick maybe 8 prompts because I feel like I'm back in a reading mood. Thank God that reading slump was only quite it was short-lived, thank God. So yeah, let's pick 8 prompts, see how we do. Okay, prompt number 1. I have more than one in my hand. Okay, I have one. Okay. Animal on the cover. Oh, this could work quite well for continuing my quest to read the series I'm in the middle of. We have The Bully by Sophie Lark, which has a tiger on the cover. We're gonna go with this because I need to get back to this series and get this series finished. It's a completed series. I have no excuse. Prompt number 2. And we have multiple POV. I'm gonna get options for this one. Oh, Jesus. That was a good catch. Jesus. Okay. Okay, I've got 3 options, which are all very different. First one we've got is Holding the Reins by Paisley Hope. This is like a cowboy small romance, like interconnected standalone series. But this one is cowboy hockey player. And I don't mean it's a cowboy with a hockey player. I mean he is both. So then we have Leave Me Behind by Kim Moranova. I think this is like a enemies to lovers army romance, I want to say, or like military romance. I don't know. And then we have Lady of Darkness by Melissa K. Rorich. This is like fae fantasy and it comes before the Legacy series. I just know that you should probably read this one first. But I think we can all tell based on my reactions to these books, I'm going with Holding the Reins, because give me a cowboy hockey player any day of the week, baby. I love how so far both of our picks are pink and white / cream. Hell yeah. Okay, prompt number 3. Okay. A book that has been on your TBR for 1 year plus. That is a lot of them, so I may need to consult the Bible though, to double check that it's been over a year. Okay, I've got 2 options to pick from here because I have a lot. So I'm just narrowing down from 2, which isn't a lot really, but anyway. We have Belladonna by Adeline Grace. This is on my spring TBR, so that's kind of putting it at a higher standing. But we also have When the Moon Hashed by Sarah A. Parker. The next book comes out, or has just recently come out. Or it's gonna come out sometime soon. I don't actually know when the next book's coming out. It's been put back, I think 3 times already or something like that. I don't know. I've only read the first book in the To Bleed a Crystal Bloom series. And it was very easy to read writing wise. I've heard this is quite complicated in comparison, and it's like, it sounds like it's a completely different series. And just completely, everything is so different compared to Bleed a Crystal Bloom from the sounds of things. So I don't know which to go for. This, even though it's a trilogy, feels like it's less of a commitment because this book is really thick, but also it is a hardback. It's obviously going to be thick. I mean, this says it's like 530-ish pages, or like somewhere around that mark. So it's not actually as big as it seems. Oh, I don't know which one to pick. I'm going to come back to this, but these are the options. Okay, 4th prompt. On TBR for over 6 months. I really picked both of my TBR ones. Okay, why don't then, if that is the case, if both books I picked for the last prompt have been on my TBR for over a year, they've definitely been on my TBR for over 6 months, so why don't I just do both? I think that's fair enough. Okay. Prompt number 5. I think that's the right way up. A book you think you'll rate 5 stars. Ooh. Okay. I've just realised they've made Wrath of the Fallen silver foil, whereas the other books in the series are just white shiny. Why would you do that partway through the series? I was like stood here like, why is this so bright compared to these? Oh my god. Okay, I've got 3 options. Again, very different options. We have The Favourites by Lane Fargo, which is like dramatic figure skaters. We've got Bear Town by Frederick Bateman, which is dramatic hockey town. Something bad happens. I don't know what. And then we have Nightshade by Autumn Wood, which is a fantasy. I don't actually know what genre of fantasy this is. I don't know what makes it fantasy. Is this fantasy? This might just be dark academia. I thought this was fantasy. I'm not gonna lie, I've skimmed the back there and I'm very intrigued. But this one is on my spring TBR. But the next book comes out in this series soon. When does it actually come out? Let me have a look. Okay, it's not out till July. And I think this has a bit of a cliffhanger. So I'm gonna rule this one out, but I am actually also really intrigued. Okay, because of that, and because I really want to read this in winter, we're gonna go with The Favourites by Lane Fargo. Okay, I've changed my mind. We're gonna go with 6 prompts this month because, all being well, I will finish the Kingmaker series if I read The Bully, and then I'll read the next 2. The Spy and The Savage, fingers crossed. And then The Holding the Reins, that's a 5-book series and I want to binge them in one go as well. So we're gonna this is gonna be our last prompt number 6. Okay, and it is, oh thank god, a standalone. Okay, a standalone. Nothing is a standalone these days, but we'll give it a go. I really don't have many that are standalones. Okay, I've picked 2 here, and one of these I'm very sure, the other one I'm not 100% sure. I've got Hate Mail by Donna Marchetti. I'm guessing this is a standalone, but I don't actually know for sure. And I have My Favourite Half Night Stand by Christina Lauren. I could also have picked Roomies or Josh and Hazel's Guide to Not Dating, but I've randomly just picked this one. Okay. I think I'm gonna go with Hate Mail because something about this makes me feel like it might annoy me right now. So we're gonna go with Hate Mail. If it turns out it's not a standalone, I apologise, but with the knowledge I currently have, it is. So we're going with that. Okay, so the TBR for, I was gonna say July there, nope. I've got the next book, I haven't even read Nightshade yet, and yet I've got the next book stuck in my head. Okay, the TBR for May is a book with an animal on the cover. We've gone for The Bully by Sophie Lark. Multiple POV, we've gone for Holding the Reins by Paisley Hope. For Has Been on the TBR for over 6 months and over a year and a bit. We've gone for Belladonna and When the Moon Hatched. For a book I think I'll rate 5 stars, I've gone for The Favourites by Lane Fargo. And for standalone, I've gone for Hate Mail by Donna Marchetti. So this is the 6-book TBR we have picked for May. I normally take the prompts out of the jar once I use them to try and get them all used, but to keep me accountable, I will be putting the Been on the TBR for a year and Been on the TBR for 6 months back in the jar because it makes sure I read books that I've had for a long time. So I'm going to add those back in. The rest are taken out until I run out of prompts. Okay, so that is it for this video. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, give the video a thumbs up, subscribe down below if you haven't already, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!